Good morning, everyone. It's Gamer Austin here with some kind of sad news. So yesterday I recorded for about 2.5 hours, making really great headway on our Shipwrecked 64 video series. The only problem is that I realized about an hour and 45 minutes in that I was not recording the video game. I was only recording my face cam. Not for the whole time. There was a beginning portion of the video where I was actually recording everything as possible. What happened is this. At one point I had turned my display off, or my display capture off, so I wasn't recording the video game but just my face cam. I was doing that because I was pulling up my email to find something that I had put together. I turned it back on and I showed you what was in my email account. A little bit later I was typing something into my notes app, a code, and I accidentally pressed the spacebar button or something like that, and it activated. When I hit the spacebar, it turned off my display capture again, but I didn't notice it until it was far too late. But there was one piece of video that I thought was funny and I wanted to show you. So Editor Austin, can you pull up that clip, please? Yeah. One clip of Austin pissing his pants coming right up. No, I didn't piss my pants. I was just... Alright, you know what? Just play it. Well, shit. Good morning, Olive. How are you doing today? You look fit. You look well. Okay, jump scare in 3, 2, 1. Pipe, please! Okay, so maybe I did piss my pants a little bit. So there's good news to all of this, which is not only did I not record the video, I also never hit save once. So when I opened the game back up this morning, it's basically like I never did anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to walk through with you everything that I did yesterday while I wasn't recording the video. And you're basically just going to get all of the action and none of the me scratching my head for 30 minutes at a time trying to solve all these codes. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. All right, here we are. Back in the shit. A lot of this footage that was not captured yesterday was a lot of me running around this area that we now know is called the sewers. If we come over here, we find this computer, which plays a video with a sewer map from a Helping Nub YouTube channel. It's very similar to the plaza. Shows us in different chunks at a time the different areas of the map. It's mostly unhelpful, yet again, although we appreciate the sentiment. So thank you, Stumbler O'Hare. We really appreciate that. So there is a jail in this sewer area, much like there is a jail in the plaza area. So what we need to do is get captured and thrown in jail. And that unlocked something for us yesterday that I didn't realize the initial times that we had been put in jail. So what I'm going to do now is run around until one of our spooky little friends spawns in, and we will we'll go ahead and continue from there. You know what? While we're waiting for someone to come and grab us, let me show you what I pulled up yesterday. So, I went to the trouble of going back and looking at my old footage from our time in the plaza and collecting all of the notes that were scattered along the walls. I want to read what they say to you. I was at the offices last night. I had brought a drive with me. It contained our presentation for Broadside. I didn't grab that drive on the way out. When I slid my drive into the slot, nothing I included was there, but instead a branching web of folders, the contents of which were repulsive. Many different folders, so many names, so many labels, so many mistakes, it's sickening. Folders dedicated to old cartoons, but not just that, cover-ups too. Every slip of the mask was justified. Their goodwill was rooted in fiction. Controversies on Bulletin were silenced. Any bad blood the company had silently fizzled out. This folder contained documents of these files, created only to keep their story straight. It goes beyond public issues too. People have died at their parks. And you think that's bad now? Get this. A little girl was crushed in the squirrel cruise, quite literally. Head caught between the track and the boat. I saw the pictures. It's as bad as you think. Oh, and it gets worse. So much worse. Not only have guests died, but employees have too. Oh, here's Walter.
Really bad incident. Need your help.
Hello, Walter. Before Studio Grounds, they owned an entire island, and on that island, at the very least, there were 3 deaths. 3 deaths and no news coverage? Why? Fiction. It's all rooted in fiction. It's a miraculous recovery that boy had, near-death experience, yet he's back in the park. It was a cover story. It gets much worse, though. On that drive, photos of bodies, 4 in total. Very heavy blacks and whites. This wasn't the original image. It was a copy. The fact that these images are photocopied, to me at least, means that people shared images of dead people. Oh, and you want to know what else? There is footage of the murders. I want more than anything to say what I found, yet I can't. It'd ruin us. These guys are our only paying clients in years. I fucking hate this. I guess I'm writing this more for, don't know, relief, peace of mind. Hard to say, really. All I know is this is going to stick with me. So Connor brings a drive to the presentation with Broadside Animation to show them what him and the team have been working on for Shipwrecked 64 up until that point. He accidentally leaves the drive at that meeting, and when he finds it and puts it back into his computer again, he finds all of these cover-up stories, all of these folders. So here we are in the jail. When we pull up this computer, we get a video that tells us we need to take the Plaza prison code and flip it around, scramble it, so that it matches the code for down here in the sewers. We have Dead Wolf Man. We have this wall that we can actually jump up if we want to, but what's more interesting is that between these beds, we have a hidden wall. This unlocked everything for us yesterday. I was just running around blind until I discovered this. So let's go through this door. And when we go through this door, we go through a hall with another fake wall. In this little area, we have some colored tubes. Let's hop in one right now, because I think Olivia's on her way. And who is this? Oh yeah, Bucky is down here. We have a dweller version of Bucky. and he is fucking horrifying. If we drop down this hole, we'll be back in the prison. Now, I am not sure if old Buck is going to just stay there for a while. All of these dwellers have gimmicks to them. So Olivia comes into the game on the margins. I recently discovered this. Giovanni, if you play an audio file, he will spawn near it and come directly to you. He has like super hearing. And Walter can break apart. Oh, hi, Olivia. Alright, see you later. And Walter, if he sees you going into a tube, he will smash it and get you out of it. Bucky, when he's chasing you, will actually pull up photos. He'll pull up Google Chrome tabs on your computer with creepy, disturbing photos on them. We might get put back in jail here, but I want to show you guys and see if he does it. Alright, we'll see you later, Olivia. So here we go. He's gonna chase us? Alright, he got us. So there's his jump scare, and it reveals a little picture of a field and a tree, which is interesting. He didn't put any photos up on our Google tab. They're pretty creepy, so that's unfortunate. But like I was saying before all this, we have a green, blue, green, and purple tube. And we know what those colors mean in regards to numbers, right? Green is 9, blue is 3, and purple is 6. Yellow is 4, and red is 8. So, once we get done with our beautiful little sailing journey here, we will jump on the other end of this platform. And we see we have a computer with 3 batteries that we need to charge. We're not picking up batteries, we're pressing buttons. Over here, we have this audio. The label says an CFUKPH OBMJD. That says devlog panic.
Toss the fucking script. It's done. It's over. That went horribly. I can't even lie to myself on this recording. It went horribly. All that work, all for nothing. It's only a matter of time till I get their 2-week notices on the desk.
Oh. Whoa, running? Excuse me, you were not even chasing me. I don't appreciate you sprinting. Who else is here? Are you like glitched out or something? Sorry, I should have warned you I was gonna get out of it. You know what? You're tough at this point. You don't need me to warn you. This is a problem that I've been running into a lot in the sewers, is that these dwellers just kind of hang around. Oh, this seems like a glitch. I don't know. Let's see if she comes through. Okay. She's still on the other side of that door. Oh, there's Bucky. Oh, you look creepy, dude. I want to see if he puts... Oh, yep. Yep, he did it. Alright. So check these out, dude. These suck. I still remember my face. And this tab is named Brandon. So Brandon, we have come to find out, is the name of the actor who played Bucky. So Bucky, or Brandon rather, in the Bucky costume, killed Olivia Finch, Gary, and Nathan. Nathan played Giovanni, or no, Nathan played Walter, Gary played Giovanni, and Olivia played Olive. Going somewhere? Oh, that's creepy. Okay. So let's get out of here. Are you on the other side of this door? Okay. We need to input this tube pipe code into this keypad over here. This area of the game is very aggressive, as you can see. We don't really get a break here, but that's okay. It's funny, it's actually a lot more aggressive than I remember it being yesterday. Everyone's just spawning in. Okay, so we have a green tube, a blue tube, a green tube, and a purple tube. So that is 9396. And when we get that, we get this video called Times. And what this video is doing is something very clever. It is showing us areas of the game where we can find the buttons to activate the the 0 out of 3, the battery charges. Only problem is, though, they're invisible. There's one here. Get out of here. Okay. When we press it, it gives a little blink. It's a very subtle sound, but you can hear it. So there's one there. There is one. Yeah, these guys are everywhere, man. There is a button here. This area is called the phone. When we watch the video of the sewer map, right here on this wall, see, we pressed it. Yeah, this area is called the phone. I think because it's vaguely phone shaped, no idea. And finally, there is one over here. Wow, these guys are going crazy. Oh, the dwellers open doors now. There's one here on this little ramp. Alright. Now, once we've pressed all 3 of these buttons, we see this video of this gate appearing. Check the control room for a massive fucking surprise. Thank you, PT Cogware. Now that was our good friend, oh, I can never remember his name. So that's Rex's first ever animation creation, the bunny rabbit that he sold the rights to and basically got exploited. When we hit this computer, we are taken to a web page called Codebreaker. It's a clickable link. When we click on it, we download a zip file that says Codebreaker. And this page says, you know what to do, and if you don't, figure it out. You can do it. And we have OOXO 1989 and 1214. This was such a thorn in my side for so long yesterday. which is kind of why I'm glad that I didn't end up recording the footage on accident, because there was so much downtime. But now I can go through and explain to you guys how we crack these codes. But first, let's listen to this audio track here. The label says devlog RESOLUTION. Devlog resolution.
Liz has already done everything she needs to. Harry's done. Well, no. I'm taking the reins. I'm completing this on my own. No help, no influence from Broadside, Mark, or any of those disgusting fucks. I was worried about what he'd do to me. By the time I'm done with him, he will regret the day he first uttered my name.
So Connor is feeling a little aggressive. When we come into here, we see Walter is spawned in on a table. This happens a lot in this room. They see you, but they can't move. It's kind of funny. Let's see if he's probably not going to disappear, so we're not going to waste too much time. But in this area, we have 82832781, and we have some computers here. Green, red, green, red. For the longest time, I thought this was in reference to the numbers that coincide with those colors, right? So it'd be green 9, 8, or red 8, green 9, red 8. But it's not. It's something different. We have 2 codes now in this room. But we've been given more as well. We're not going to look too terribly deep into the folder that downloaded onto our computer just yet. Instead, I want us to come back into the middle area here that has had us scratching our heads for so long. But I want to point something out too. Thus far, we've seen the code breaker page, and we've seen some computers on the wall and some writing on the wall. OOXO, and then 2 strings of 4 digits. We're noticing it's kind of becoming a theme here. Here we have XXOO, 4123, and 9981. Okay, so we now have 3 of those codes. When we come over here, we see this reoccurring green-red symbolism yet again. Something that has had me scratching my head for quite some time. We have this room labeled 1. We have just like a series of computers, desks, lights. There's some water on the ground. 1 way in, 1 way out. Nothing too special. We have this hallway here with some more computers, more desks. We have this note from Cogware, and you know what? I'm gonna write this down real quick because I want to do something similar to what I did with the Plaza notes. In 1995, there was a mask made of 4 men. Okay, get out of here, you little prankster. 3 men and 1 woman to be exact. Here, let me get this to a readable area. It sat in a room waiting for its liberation. That would not come for years. You guys can see my impressive typing skills. So we have this middle ground area that was so confusing to me for so long. I just did not understand what any of this was. It was all so innate and inert, rather. We have a locked door here. We have a keypad here that for the life of me, I just could not figure out. What we're gonna do now is go through the folder that was downloaded onto our computer. I kind of wanted to set us up with some preamble, show you a little bit of what we have at our disposal, though it might not make sense to us right now. You're gonna spawn right on top of me? Get out of here. Alright, so we're gonna save for now. I'm gonna go to the menu, and I'm actually gonna Alt F4 out of the game for right now, because I don't want to deal with that rabbit spawning in all the time. Yeah, it's just annoying. Oh, I remember. Ooh, there's a new Cult of the Lamb DLC? That's exciting. That rabbit's name is Blot, and it was this guy Rex's first cartoon drawing that he ended up selling the rights to, lost total control of it. And something that I've been thinking about recently is I'm wondering if Rex is Stumbler O'Hare, because Rex is an artist and Stumbler is an artist. Rex has had his intellectual properties taken from him in a way. His creative freedom has been stolen from him. And so has Stumbler's creative freedom been taken from him because he has no arms. And that's just something that I had in my head I thought could be interesting. But anyways, let's take a look at this folder. We have it here. It's called Windows No Editor. Going through this, we have a ton of different things to look through. None of them are very important. It's actually a lot of like code and stuff like that. The thing that we're going to pay attention to right now is this Shipwrecked 64 demo. Let's open it up. See, here we are given a choice between the CRT effect and this regular screen resolution. We're going to stick with our CRT overlay. And we're going to stick with our controls option. Hey look, it's the menu we know and love. Let's press A and get into the game. Or is it? What is this? Oh look, a save station. Let's hit save. Let's do something else.
Walling. That's a new walling. That's a new walling.
You see here at the end of this video, we have this little figure down here. I don't necessarily know what this is just yet. To me, it kind of looks like Bucky and the gang on their boats, or it could almost look like an angel. But we have the phrase falling. That's a new one. Falling, that's a new one from PT Cogware. So the game crashed and we need to reopen it, unfortunately. We'll have to make our choices again. This demo is the code breaker, and it's going to give us some information that we've been lacking thus far in the true game. So let's go through the menu again. I love that they look at him and that Bucky is frowning. It's so creepy. Let's go through this door that's behind us. And we're treated to a video. A video taken by none other than Brandon himself. It looks like Brandon has either a video recorder in his hand or he has cameras in his eyes. And by Brandon, I mean Bucky. Brandon is the man inside of the Bucky costume. We are now in a room with some big computers, 4 buttons and 2 keypads, and a locked door. Behind us, we have the most upsetting computer we've seen yet, and we can interact with it. It's Paul. Yeah, he does that. It certainly does get annoying. It's okay, he'll simmer down soon, I think. PT Cogware, Paul. EB Cogware, Elizabeth Baker. These are Cogware developers who have YouTube channels that are putting clues for us. So, when the game opened up this web page, Codebreaker, you know what to do, and if you don't figure it out, you can do it. OOXO 19891214. We have 4 X's and O's and then 2 4-digit codes. On this wall, we have 4 buttons and we have 2 keypads. So, OOXO 1989 and 1214. We've opened up the door. Let's go through it. Not sure who that was, but it was pretty horrifying. And we're back. Okay. Why are we back? Well, throughout our time down in layer 4, we've seen more codes like this, but they weren't necessarily incredibly obvious at the time. In the room adjacent to the computer room where we found that Codebreaker website, there were 4 computers, green, red, and there were 2 4-digit codes written on the wall. Those codes was 8283 and 2781. Green computer, red computer, green computer, red computer, 8283 and 2781. The door is unlocked yet again. Let's go through it. Keep going now, you're too far to quit. And what do you know? We're back. Now, there has been another area in the game where we've seen something similar to this. In fact, I showed it to you just recently. In that little, like, watery marble area on the wall, there was XXOO 4123 and 9981. We have yet another open door. Ah, this room looks familiar. Huh. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This final code took me so long. It took me so long to figure out, which is why I'm partially glad that I wasn't recording the footage, because I can now skip past all the head scratching and I can show you guys just how in-depth and clever this game is with its codes. So, in that watery, marbly area, we have two rooms. One of them has a 1 on the wall, and one of them has a 2 on the wall. And we have another little branching hallway with a room that has 2 green lights and 2 red lights. Well, we can start knowing that green, green, red, red is what we should try for our buttons. In that video that we just watched, it showed us the room with the 1 written on it. After much head scratching, and it's asking us how many of each thing are in the room. How many entryways, how many computers, how many desks, and how many lights. Now, it's showing us only a partial bit of that room. If we were to enter that in, if we were to enter the quantities in based off that amount, there's 1 entryway, 4 computers, 2 desks, and 3 lights. But that's not all there is in the room. On the opposite side of the camera that's not showing us, there's 1 additional light, 1 additional table, and 2 additional computers, and there's an entryway into a hallway. So in total, for that first room with the 1 written on it, right, this is the first keypad, 1. We have 2 entryways, we have 6 computers, we have 3 tables, and we have 4 lights. Are you kidding me? There's another room in that area with a 2 on it. And I thought we were playing the same game. So I went into that room. There's 1 light, there's 9 desks, there's 1 entryway, but there's 16 computers. That's too many digits. We can't put that into a 4-digit keypad. But you know what else is on that in that room? There's a note on the wall, and it says, in 1995 there was a mass of 4 men, 3 men and 1 woman to be exact. I thought that it was saying in 1995 there were 4 men. 3 men and 1 woman to be exact. So I thought it was 4, 3, 1, 2. Nope. In 1995, there was a mass of 4 men. This is our 4th and final code for our code breaker portion of this game. Let's look and see what we have in store. This is Blot. This is Rex's first cartoon character. From the 1940s, I believe. A frame from Rex's first cartoon, Blot.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, behind this gate lies what could be the start to a bright new tomorrow. I could never bring myself to cut the
On the very bottom of the screen, it might be too dark, but it says copyright, broadside animation, something.
Put your hands together
A date.
and make some noise for the one, the only.
1917.
Long ago, before many of us were born, a man named Rex was brought into the world. Born into a family that was relatively poor, he always strived to create. It was always his dream to become an artist. But up until the 1940s, his cartoons, both animated
We've seen that before.
and comics, had gone entirely under the radar. It was around then
We saw
though,
that
his
a
first
long
picture,
time ago.
Blot, took off. It was about a rabbit that Rex drew, which then proceeded to leap off the page. Utilizing real photographs of Rex's room, and with Rex himself being a character in the short, a foil to the Lapin protagonist, this show ended up selling out immediately, as folks were interested in the stunning mix of real life and animation. Rex would produce
Real
more
life
films of
and
the same
animation.
nature, until eventually he was approached by a company who offered him the deal of a lifetime. Little did he know, this deal led to him selling off his character, as he was so quick to sign on, he didn't read very heavily into what he was signing into. To remedy this, he began to work on a replacement, and that is when Bucky Beaver and his friends were born. The popularity of Bucky not only went on to
1917. That's a 4-digit code. Where have we seen a keypad that has haunted us for so long with a code that we have not been able to crack? Let's see if Paul has anything to say about it. He doesn't. I just think it's creepy. Let's hop out of here and go back into the regular game. When I tell you I was recording for 2.5 hours yesterday, I would say a good 2 hours and 15 minutes of that was me trying to figure out these codes. So when I say I'm glad that we were able to do this together this morning, I really mean it. We have been saving, which is good. So we should be spawning in the room that we need to spawn in. Yes. But before we go and punch in that code, 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 1 entryway, 2 entryway, 1 table, 2 table, 3 table, 2, 4, 6 computers. Pretty insane. So strange. We still have a locked door down here, but we do not any longer have a locked room here, because 1917 is our code. That was the purpose of playing the demo and the code breaker mini game, essentially. Let's go through this door. Who is this? We have been seeing this figure throughout this entire playthrough. Well, part of me has an idea. I think there's a potential that this is a man named Mark's daughter. A long time ago, we listened to an audio recording from a man named Mark who said that his daughter was in the hospital, and he was becoming increasingly frustrated with how much he was having to pay in medical bills, while at the same time paying this video game development company to make this game for them. Oh yeah, Blot is still here, by the way. We have found in the past another YouTube channel that we haven't fully explored up until this point. But let's go through my subscriptions. We find one called JD from Bulletin. We saw something that said Bulletin was covered up. I don't yet know what Bulletin is. But here we have 3 videos. House tour, caves, and present. Let's check this out. So I believe that JD is the vandal.
Hello, friends. Nice to see you all again. Today, I just wanted to leave a little message on here for my buddy Mark. Yes, that Mark. He's a good friend of mine, you know. I just wanted to show him, and you all, something as well. Look at that. Quite a luxurious house, huh? Here's the front, if you're curious. Oh, there's a nice view of the mountains, too.
You can stop trying to hide, Mark. You think moving into a vacation home will get me off your tail? Check the kitchen, why don't you? I left you a little gift from a friend to a friend. Love, JD. Alright, we're coming, Blot. Sheesh, these rabbits, man. Thank you, Autoplay, for a little bit of King Gizzard. Alright, let's check out caves. The Broadside Beach Caves. That looks like Bucky. I remember a long time ago, we found a video that had text about something being on the island. I don't know what all this means yet, but I think that there's some mineral or something on the beach that might have something to do with the behavior of Brandon. I could be totally wrong about that. Excuse me, Blot. I am trying to explain my half-baked theories. But let's look at present. Till death do us part. What was that? It's crushing. A death in the Broadside family, Harley Mullins. Harley. That is Mark's daughter. The woman or the girl who died. Or it could be his wife. I'm not exactly sure, but I have a feeling it's his daughter.
On the farm, every Friday, on the farm, it's rabbit pie day, so every Friday...
I'm sorry. Blot, if you come in here again while I'm trying to watch YouTube...
that ever comes along,
I left you a little gift.
And sing this little song. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run.
The day she was
Run,
mine.
rabbit, run, rabbit, run.
Up here, this says about the authors. It's a snapshot of that webpage that we saw a long time ago in Layer 3, where Stumbler and Chief Wolf were kind of giving us some hints at the Picasso cipher, the different ciphers throughout the Layer 2.
Run, run, run. Bang, 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 bang goes the farmer's gun.
Just like you wanted. What did that say?
Bang, rabbit, run, run, run. Bang,
Harley was buried.
bang,
The wedding ring,
bang, bang
it stays on her finger.
goes the farmer's.
And that looks like a ring to me. So I think the Vandal JD dug up Mark's wife. I believe that Harley is his wife. Yeah. His dead wife took the wedding ring off her finger and left it in the kitchen of his vacation home where he was trying to hide.
Gun.
Now, this is where we are so far. We're now caught up. So thank you guys for allowing me to kind of explain myself, explain the process onto how we got this far. I'm sorry you can't see me figuring it out in the moment. There are some fun little video clips of just my face cam footage of me reacting to finally getting puzzles solved, but there's too much downtime. It wouldn't be really an interesting video. What I've seen so far in this place is notes. It's a note from Cogware. 1. The mass of 4 men sat in the room. It writhed and twitched like a dying animal. but it was still very much alive. Kind of like Blot. It craved freedom, liberation, and happiness. Down this hallway, we have a left option and a right option. Let's go left. Computers, tables. You know, I'm kind of thinking, this kind of gives me like hospital vibes. It's a note from Cogware. It begged, pleaded to leave. But it was held in that room for a long time. I'm sorry, excuse me. There you are, you little fuck. Sheesh, so annoying, these rabbits. One day, though, when we checked upon the mass, it was missing. And we have a computer here with a video called Fish from EB Cogware. This is from Elizabeth. Published March 12th, 1960. What was published on March 12th, 1960? The book One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. Holy shit. And it's called Fish. Okay. 1, 2, red is 8 and blue is 3. So 1, 2, 8, 3. We have a code. Jeez, I'm so smart. Okay. So I watched that video yesterday and I couldn't figure out what it was getting at. But if you'll notice, we have a 4-digit keypad. Before we hop into that, though, let's take Blot out. It's a note from Cogware 1. It shambled, pulling itself out of the room. When it was far enough out of the building. It split right in half. The two halves went their separate ways. In 1995, there was a mass made of 4 men, 3 men and 1 woman to be exact. It sat in a room waiting for its liberation that would not come for years. The mass of 4 men sat in a room. It writhed and twitched like a dying animal, but it was still very much alive. It craved freedom, liberation, and happiness. It begged, pleaded to leave, but it was held in that room for a long time. One day, though, when we checked upon the mass, it was missing. It shambled, pulling itself out of the room. When it was far enough out of the building, it split right in half. The two halves went their separate ways. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Well, that was unexpected. Let's see if there's anything new here. Anything at all? I wonder if that locked door is now open to us. Let's go see, eh? Yes, let us go and see. Nope, still locked. Get out of here, Blot. Sheesh. Anything new over here? I doubt it, but let's check. Just in case. Green, green. Red, red. Interesting. Yep, nothing new here. Okay. So we have the right code, but the gates didn't go down. Just because I'm a little stinker, I'm gonna try that door anyways. Yeah, it didn't work. Alright, fine. Interesting. Do we have any visible walls here? Well, that's interesting. So we're now all caught up and we're back to the part of the program where your boy is just as confused as you are. Unless you're not confused, let me know. I kind of just want to let Blot spawn in and see what happens here. I love that so much. What happens if we get caught here? Okay, we go back to this area. Yeah, I don't know why this area is giving me like hospital vibes, but it kind of is. So I wonder if Connor is putting this in the game to kind of like torture Mark. Yeah, who's Connor in terms of like characters in the game? I wonder if he is like a character. Like, I could see Connor being JD, because it seems like JD is particularly interested in absolutely messing with Mark. And if Stumbler O'Hare is Rex and Connor is JD, then it's like JD teamed up with Connor teamed up with Rex to make Mark's life a living hell. Romeo, Echo, X-Ray, Rex. Interesting. He's so creepy, dude.
Romeo, Echo,
I want to see if he'll like do anything in this room.
Romeo, Echo, Ray. Clarity, calm, and perhaps just to accompany you through understanding.
No, he didn't do anything. Why didn't this do anything? I am very confused. Well, it's probably for the best because your boy needs to get going to work. Like I said, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, letting me explain my processes as to how we got here. Today I'm going to be editing this video and uploading it to YouTube so that you can watch it. But yeah, let's see if there are any new... no, there's not going to be any new secrets or bonuses. Yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of Shipwrecked 64. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. My name is Austin, and I pinky promise to always record my game footage from now on. Alright? Until then, we'll see ya.